At one point, my father told me, we're going to start doing business with a man from Egypt. He said, and this man, he's from Cairo, Egypt. I said, oh, this is good. He said, and he's a Muslim. And I just stopped like this. I said, what? A Muslim? No way. No way do I want anything to do with that. I told my dad, no way, I'm not going to do it. And he insisted. He said, I want you to meet this man. He's very nice. He said, I want you just to meet him. I said, all right, I'll do it for you, but I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to go to church. And it's going to be on Sunday. When I come out of the church, I'm going to have my Bible under my arm. I'm going to have the salib. I used to carry a big cross. I'm going to have my cross with me. And I'm going to have my hat that says, Jesus is Lord. And I'm going to have my wife, born-again Christian, with me. And we are going to get this demon, devil, infidel, Muslim, and we're going to show him Jesus. Now, this is a true story, by the way. We went to church. Strangely enough, the preacher was preaching out of the Old Testament about salvation coming at the time of David, which really puzzled me, because according to Christianity, it's coming through Jesus. And it really, that opened the door for me, but that comes up later in the story. Now, when I get there to my father's store, I'm looking around, you know. I'm looking for somebody wearing, you know, a long white robe and some kind of black, you know, thing over that with a long beard. And I guess I was looking for me, what I said, where is he? I'm ready. My father said, he's over here. I said, where? I said, here. This is a normal guy. He didn't have a beard. He didn't have any hair at all. How do you do? I told him my name. He introduced himself. His name is Muhammad. I said, how do you do? After the niceties of hello, how are you, how's everything, I said, do you believe in God? He said, yes. Oh yeah? Sure. He said, yeah. Abraham? Yeah. What about David and Suleiman? He said, yeah. So when I meet this man, I'm impressed that he's believing these things, but I thought maybe he's just saying it. So I even asked him, what about Jesus? Because I thought maybe they're first I thought Muslims were like Hindus. That was first. And then when he said he believed in some of the things of the Bible, I said, okay, maybe they're like Jews. So that's when I said, yes, but what about Jesus? Do you believe in Jesus? And he said, yes. I said, okay, wait a minute. This is going to be easy. I can convert this guy. And in fact, I took him immediately out to have tea together. We sit together, drink tea, talk a little while. And I started trying to preach to him right away. And he sat there. Okay. He's a graduate of Allah's heart. And he said, like this. During Ramadan, some of his friends that he was staying with, they had to move their apartment around or something. And he was going to go stay in the masjid for itikaf in Ramadan. It's normal. We didn't understand. I thought he has nowhere to go. And I told my dad, this man has nowhere to go. And my dad said, no, he's got money. I said, no, he doesn't. Dad, I'm telling you, he has no place to go. I heard him say he's going to go live in the mosque. So I said, let me offer that he can stay at our place. And my dad said, no, you don't do that. That's not right. I said, no, I'm going to offer it to him. I went to him and I said, how would you like to come stay at our place? He said, no, I want to go and stay there. I want to stay in the mosque, and it's something good. I said, oh man, look at this poor man. Please come and stay in our house. And he said, no, I can't. I need to go stay with her. So I told him, listen, no. I want you to come and you can pay. You can pay money and stay with us. He said, how much? I said, $15 a week. Which in America is like nothing. And then he kind of hesitated. I said, and we'll pay for all the food. He said, okay, all right. So he came and stayed in our house. And I said, well, now that's good. I'll travel with him and go with him in places, and he'll see and he'll learn about Christianity. Over a period of time, I came to learn a lot of things. In fact, I tried to debate with him about many things, but he was so wise and well educated that he could see what I was doing and he would take it easy and let me win every debate. But if he wanted me to lose, I was going to lose. This was how well he could handle it. Now look, I have 2 visitors in my house. One is a Catholic priest, the other is a Muslim. And I'm thinking I can get the Catholic priest and convert him to be a Protestant. At the same time, I'm going to catch the Muslim and bring him over to Christianity. High aspirations. But it didn't work. Some strange things began to happen. We would sit around the table at night to discuss what is the Bible and what's the salvation. My father has a Bible. It's called King James Version. But I work out of a different one that I've had since 1953. It's called the Revised Standard Version. So I began to preach out of mine, which doesn't match. And my father said, no, it's this way. I said, no, it's this way. Now my wife comes up with her Bible from Jimmy Swaggart. It's called The Good News for Modern Man. The Catholic priest, he's got another Bible. And I never even knew about this subject until then. And he's saying this, and I'm saying that. My father's saying something else. My wife's on something else. And all the time, Muhammad the Muslim is sitting over there like this. So we asked him. I guess it was me. I asked him. I said, well, how many versions of your book, your Quran, do you have? He said, the Quran has no versions. There's only one. It's original. It's in the Arabic language. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This is the book that has no doubt. Huda lil-muttaqin. It's guidance for those who have taqwa for Allah. So when he's telling us that the Quran is one, I'm going, huh? And it's in the original language. We still have it. You know what I was thinking? He's lying. I was sure he was lying because he could see the problem we were having, and he just sat back and made that up. But I don't know Arabic at that stage, so I don't know what to say. You know, maybe, I don't know. And he left it at that. He didn't try to preach. But it put a big doubt in my mind now about, we got all these books, he's got one, and la rayba fi, no doubt in it. So another time we had another discussion that came up. Now this time I went to the other preacher who had the cross. And I was asking him, I want to be able to explain the Trinity. He said, you know the Trinity. I said, yeah, I know. But I want to know the way to explain it so a human being can just understand it. He said, okay. It's like an apple. Just take an apple. The apple has a shell around the outside, the skin. Inside is the meat. Inside of that is the seeds. Okay? 3 things, 1 apple. That's the way. I start going back. I'm going to tell this Muslim about the Trinity. But on the way, I remember his arguing with me, his way of debating with me. I said, no, he's going to tear me apart. As soon as I say seeds, he's going to say there's more than one. So it could be 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 gods all rolled into one. No. It's got to be special. It doesn't work like that. Let me go back and try again. So I went back to him. I said, what if he says there's more than one seed in there? He said, okay. He said, okay. Forget the apple. I said, okay. It's like the babe, the egg. Use the egg. The egg has a shell. Inside of the egg is the white. Inside of the white is the yellow. 3, 1 egg. That's it. That's good to go. Now I start going home again, and it hit me. Wait a minute. The egg could have a double yolk. God becomes 4, just like that. I'm not going to ask him again. So at the market one day, I saw a man, and I was talking to him because I was listening to some things that Muhammad had told us about the belief in Islam, Allah is one. And so I was telling this guy, you know, I got some doubts about the Trinity. He said, you a preacher, you have doubts? I said, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. How could 3 be 1? He said, okay, look. You see me? I'm one man. I said, yeah. He said, my wife? Yeah. It's one person. Yeah. See my son? Yeah. 3. 1. One family. It's the family of God. Use that. I said, there you go. The family of God. You don't get very far on that one, and you realize right away they could have another kid just like that. But worse, they could get a divorce. You want a God that can get a divorce? Huh? So we ask Muhammad, we say, okay, what do you say about God? What do you think he said? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد lam yalid, wa lam yulad, wa lam yakulhu kufuwan ahad. Boy, that's exactly what I already think, but I can't admit that. But I could see for sure God is only one, and that, so I totally forget the Trinity thing. My dad never did believe it anyway, so he had no problem with it. The priest asks the Muslim, can I go to your church with you? The mosque. He said, sure, come on. Well, he went, and they came back. So he took the priest aside, come here, come here. What do they do? What are they doing now? Tell us, what did he do? He said, no, they just stand there like this, and they pray, and they leave. I said, what? They pray and leave? I said, yeah. Okay, what kind of music do they have? He said they didn't have any music. No music? How in the world are you going to worship God without music, man? So I asked him, Muhammad, you guys don't have any music? He said, no. So then the priest asked again another time, he wanted to go back to the masjid again. He went, this is middle July, 1991. He went to the masjid, so they didn't come back. All night we're waiting. What happened? Very late they came back. And when he came in, I looked, there's Muhammad, I recognize him. Who's the guy with him though? He's wearing a white jalabiyah, white dress like this. Has a white pillbox cap on his head. And I looked at him and I said, Pete. His name was Father Peter Jacobs, but we're not, Catholic, so I don't have to call him Father. I said, Pete, did you become a Muslim? He said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah. I said, oh my God, this is too amazing. Now here I'm preaching to the people and I'm trying to change what I'm saying, and here's a priest just became a Muslim. My father's saying it's a good deal, it sounds all right to him, and I don't know what to do. So I decided I'll talk, make mashura. I talked to my wife. We have an apartment upstairs. We were in our apartment up there, and I'm telling her, a priest became a Muslim today. What is that? And can you imagine what they were saying about the Quran and saying about this and so and so? All of a sudden she said, I want to get a divorce. Whoa. It's not the subject, but what happened? She said, no, all this talking about religion and talking about Islam, and so I can see. I said, oh, no. No problem here. No problem. I said, you thought no, I was just observing somebody else. No, I'm not interested. Trust me. I don't want to be with those Muslims. Last thing I want to do is be with a Muslim. No way. Just put your mind at ease. She said, I need a divorce. I said, where are we going with this again? What's the problem with that? What happened? She said, a Muslim can't be married to a Christian. I said, what? No, wait a minute, hold on. I don't, look at me. I'm telling you, I swear I don't want to be a Muslim. Okay? And even if I did, don't you remember what he said? A Muslim man could be married to a Christian woman, it's not a problem. But I'm not saying I won't do, I'm just saying it's not a problem. She said, that is the problem. A Muslim woman can't be married to a Christian man. I want to be a Muslim, so I need a divorce. I'll never forget, I was sitting right on the edge of the bed, just sitting there, and I almost fell over. I said, at last, I can tell the truth. I can say it. I didn't realize that she liked the idea. I was afraid. I said, okay, the good news is, I too want to be a Muslim. You know what she said? I don't believe you. I said, no, really. I was just saying that because, but for sure, just so you know, I want to be a Muslim. I've been thinking about it. I want to be a Muslim. We're both going to be Muslim. Alhamdulillah, it's going to be great. Right? You know what she said? I don't believe you because you're either lying right now or you were lying 5 minutes ago when you said you didn't want to be a Muslim. And either way, I don't want to be married to a liar. So get out. So I started leaving. So I went to get to Muhammad and I woke him up. I said, come, you and me, we got to talk. Come with me. And we went outside the house and we walked those country roads until the time for the dawn, the sun to come up at dawn. And All that time I talked to him about what's it like to be a Muslim, how do you have to believe, what do you have to do. Let me hear all of it now, and no more playing a game. I'm not debating, I just want to know. Just tell me. Just tell me what's Islam. I need to know what I need to do. And he told me everything, and I realized this is it. I got to make a decision. This is a big deal though. And he told me, okay, this is up to you. You have to go make a choice for yourself. I can't help you. I said, oh my God. So when he was praying Fajr, I decided, I've been watching this man praying this direction with his head on the ground. It's so beautiful to see a man humble himself, put his head on the ground to the Rabbil Alameen. Let me try that. So I sneaked off somewhere where nobody could see me, illallah. And then I found a place, a board there, you know, and I bowed down on the ground, and I put my head down on the ground on that board there. And by the way, I'm pretty good at speaking, especially in prayers. I used to make so long a prayer, they wouldn't let me say the prayer at Thanksgiving because the food would be cold. Okay? So, but I put my head on the ground, and only these words came, no more words, just this. Oh God, guide me. That's it. And I was thinking, well, I got to say more than that. Nothing. Oh God, if you're there, guide me. That's it. I talked to my wife, talked to my father. I made a bath, and at 10 o'clock that morning, I went in front of this man named Muhammad and this new man named Yahya, who used to be the priest. And I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Immediately after that, my wife did her shahada. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. A few months later, my father did his shahada. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Step by step by step, we saw so many people enter into Islam. We wanted to tell the whole world what is Islam. We wanted everybody to know the real Islam. I said, how could this escape our knowledge? How could we not know about this great and wonderful thing called Islam?